Alright guys, quick talk. Again, pardon my voice, still recovering from strep throat, but here's the deal. A lot of times you'll get haters in the hunting industry, or no matter what it is that you do. A lot of times you'll get just like ignorant questions, ignorant comments and things like that regarding something that you're trying to do. And what I mean by this is I take social media and the things that I do as far as promoting companies, I take it very serious. The products that I use, I 100% believe in. Most of the products that I use, I promote, whether on a weekly basis or daily basis. It just depends what I'm using at that certain time of year or certain time of month or something like that. One product that I talk to the owner on a regular basis, became good friends with him. I know how the product works. I know how it's made. I know the science behind it. I've seen the data. I've seen the tests. I've seen tremendous results. I've seen an endless list of benefits from it. And that is antlergrow. Now, I've talked about antlergrow many times, and there's been tons of ignorant comments toward myself, and a lot of times toward the product itself. And here's why, and here's the deal. People want instant gratification. They want to be able to dump some stuff on the ground, or spray some stuff, or dump something in a pile, or spray something on a leaf, whatever the case may be. We want instant gratification. We want to be able to do that and then dump something on the ground and then all of a sudden kill a 200-inch buck. Well, it doesn't work that way. So when the average person or the normal guy sees all these TV shows that are hunting big, $1,000 farms that are, meant to grow big deer, or managed, and are left untouched, so these guys could kill big deer, which is great, which is fine. That's what they want to do. They have the ability to do that. They have the means, they have the funds to be able to do that. So when the average person sees that on television, they think that everybody should be able to do that. And then when the average person sees, like, a social media person promoting a product and they're not killing 200-inch deer, they think that that person's dumb, or the product don't work, or something like that. Guys, relax. Nothing is what it seems. So when you're promoting a product that you believe in, not everybody has the ability to hunt 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 acre farms with 150, 200-inch deer on. It's just not possible. And that's going to vary from state to state, to county as well. There's not going to be, in your area, there only may be 100-inch deer, which is great. There might only be 120-inch deer, 130-inch deer. You go out west, the average deer out there might be 150, might be 160, might be 200. Don't know. I hunt a lot of urban areas, a lot of small properties. I don't have the ability to be able to hunt big farms and not raise deer, but grow big deer. I do what I can, and what I've done over the past 2 years is using antlergrow. And what I've done in that short amount of time is I'm at the farm. It's a 175 acre farm, highly pressured. There's horseback riders that come through. There's coon hunters. There's no management. It's not my property. I just pay to hunt here through a friend of mine that leases it. There's no management goals, nothing like that. I do what I can. The results that I see is more fawns, healthier looking deer. The farmer made a comment a few months back that he's seen more turkeys on the property that he's ever seen in the past 30 years. I haven't done anything different other than spray antlergrow. I haven't done anything. Nothing's changed except spraying antlergrow. So if I can make more turkeys be on the property, then that's the goal. that I've accomplished something. If the next person, I get reports and messages from people all the time saying they sprayed antlergrow on their property and they're seeing more turkeys, they're seeing more deer. Well, guess what? They're seeing more deer. It might not be a 200-inch deer, a buck, but they're seeing more deer. So it's working. If you can spray antlergrow and attract deer to your area and create healthier food for the deer, for the fawns, for the bucks, for the does, whatever, and the next year you see more does, then guess what? It benefited. That person benefited from using that product. So forget the name antlergrow. Forget the name. It has nothing to do with the name antlergrow. If you can take a 100-inch deer, okay, and make that deer become a 120-inch deer, or 115, 125-inch deer, guess what? You benefited from that product. Okay? It's not like you can spray it's realistic. You're not going to spray antlergrow and all of a sudden next year or 2 years later take a deer from 100 inches to 200 inches. It's just not possible. It's just not realistic. And that's where it comes down to instant gratification. The higher you get in the hunting industry or whatever it is that you're doing, golf, basketball, baseball, whatever, the more people that you're going to have with these silly comments and trying to put you down and put the product down and stuff like that. Yes, there are a lot of products out there that don't work, that are garbage. I've used them. They don't work. That's why I don't use them anymore. So, just like last night, I was able to kill a doe on a property basically up to 3 years ago. Literally had no deer on it. Literally had no deer. Last year I sprayed antlergrow on the browse and the food plots, or not the food plots, but like the fields and just the natural browse in the area. Well, all of a sudden I started seeing more deer. More deer came in. I was able to harvest the deer off of there when there's been no deer there for like 14 years. Last night, hunted again, back in the spring and summer. I created a food plot. Been spraying that food plot with antlergrow. I've seen more fawns. I've seen 12 deer last night eating the food plot, and I was able to kill a doe. Didn't kill a buck, but I killed a doe. So I'm benefiting from that product. It's not like there's 200-inch deer that's going to hang around a 2-acre piece of property. It's just, I mean, you might catch them passing through. It's just not possible. So down in Florida, where the test facility is 3,000 acres. They've taken 90 to 100-inch deer and to 130 to 140 to 150-inch deer. They're benefiting from that product. Okay? They're killing turkeys with, you know, 1.5 to 2-inch spurs on them, and they're taking them to the taxidermist, and they're saying, the taxidermist is telling them, where the heck did you get these turkeys at? It's like unheard of in Florida to have a turkey with a 2-inch spur. Well, guess what? They're benefiting from that product. It's not like you can take Florida deer that's, you know, average 110-inch deer and all of a sudden grow a 200-inch deer. So this is where people get confused and they just want to throw out some dumb comments and things like that to try to put something down. If I can only imagine how I would benefit from, you know, having a 100, 200, 300 acre farm that I could personally manage and you know, and use that property to create and to grow bigger deer. I can only imagine the results that I would see from that. So just people just want instant gratification, and it doesn't work that way. What you do this year will benefit next year. It's just realistic, guys. You can't go out and dump some stuff on the ground and grow a 200-inch deer. It's not possible. Yeah, you might get lucky and dump something on the ground. All of a sudden you got a 200-inch deer coming in and you kill it. Well, that's possible, but it doesn't work all the time. It's the little things that we can do and the little steps that we can do to make things better. If you can spray a product on natural browse and food plots and all of a sudden see more turkeys, see more fawns, see healthier looking fawns, see deer without all their ticks and stuff on their ear in the spring and summertime, because that's what it does. You're not going to see deer with ticks on them. It's just amazing. So ease up, guys. I mean, there's no instant gratification in anything we do. It's why we use the product. It's why we do this or why we do that. Why I'm using the product is because of what I just mentioned. More turkeys, more fawns. You know, I don't have the ability to say, you know, or spray some antlergrow on this property that has, it does have 150-inch deer on here, but to be able to kill that deer is probably almost impossible, not impossible, but it's very difficult to do. But I can't spray it and all of a sudden next year I'm gonna have 200-inch deer or 220-inch deer, whatever the case may be. So that's it, guys, just my little rant. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can hate it, just, you know, dislike it, like it, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Just throwing this out there for guys that, you know, people put comments on and they get upset about it and they get their feelings hurt. Well, if you're that person that gets your feelings hurt, don't. You know, be proud of what you do and things like that. Thanks, guys.